I guess looking back on the game Saturday, after evaluating things and seeing what we did, because not much we did well. We made it there. But, we just didn't, I thought there were 2 or 3 times in the game that we just lost our composure and made some mistakes. And we can't have those types of mistakes and turnovers. We can't make mistakes like that and expect to be in the ball game and have a chance to win. I thought we took questionable shots. There were some questionable calls too, I got to admit. But that's part of the game. And so we just need to be more. I thought, in looking back on it, taking care of the ball was the biggest challenge we had. And we haven't defended. We haven't defended Oklahoma State well in 2 halves. Even when we won here, we didn't defend very well in the second half, and we didn't defend very well in the second half up in Stillwater. So now we get another chance against a good Kansas State team. Any question?
Coach, talk about the sense of urgency to get back on the court to get that nasty taste out of your mouth.
Well, whenever you get beat, it's you're eager to find out why and solve those issues that you have in place. And we tried to touch on most of that yesterday after breaking down the film from the Oklahoma State game. But you're right, there's always a sense of urgency, especially in our situation. We have a losing record. We have a losing record in the league and outside the league. So we've got to step it up, and if we want to finish strong, we're back at home. We have played well here. That's just one good thing. So there is that sense of urgency that we better play a lot with the level of intensity that we haven't played with all year.
How's Jay's knee doing?
He's getting treatment. He sat out yesterday, so we're probably going to set him out today to see how if it quiets down any and you get some of the soreness out of it. He said it was still sore today, so we'll see how it goes.
What are the keys going into the game to get to beat the Wildcats and stop this 3-game skid here?
Well, you've got to handle their pressure. They're probably the best defensive team, or the best defensive team in the league, especially perimeter defense. They run offensively. They run a lot of multiple screens. It's battling. They have a very guy that can run their offense. They're a team that really gets up and down the court, even though they're more of they like to play half-court basketball. But we've got to handle their screens. I thought one of the things one of the things they do extremely well is move the basketball and screen for one another. So, and I thought one of the things that we have trouble, and they take you off the dribble. In those areas we really have some trouble with everybody. Oklahoma State did it to us. They took us off the dribble. They had a bunch of 12 layups and dunks in the second half. And at Kansas State, that was one of the problems in the first half. Now, we settled down and played better in the second half up there, but being able to sustain that for a full game has been a real challenge for us. And it's not because we're having drop-offs in here. It's just sustaining our defensive intensity has been a real challenge.
Coach, Jordan didn't score the last time y'all played Kansas State. How important is it to get him going early?
Well, he's been playing well. We've come up with a few losses, but he's playing better, and I'm glad to see that. Jordan's biggest challenge is defensively. And then he has a tendency to do some things, but it's important. I think if he can just stay within his game, that means get the ball inside and go up strong and get fouled, because he's a very good free throw shooter. So I'm really concerned that he doesn't get to the free throw line more. And a lot of that has to do with his his unwillingness to really take the ball to the basket like he should, and or get the ball with 2 hands, or take it up with 2 hands, or rebound with 2 hands. And so that's been a challenge for him all year long. And that's why his stats are not as good as they should be, and he's not as effective as he should be. But he should be, just looking back at Oklahoma State game, he had a double-double, but I thought he should have 15 rebounds and 30 points, to be honest with you, with you know, with not necessarily the competition, but I thought we had an advantage there inside. Now, granted, we may not, you know, I think it was twice he had offensive fouls where we were trying to post up. So, but it's important tomorrow that he plays well and that he continues to play well if we want to have a chance.
Exciting opportunity, kind of. Let's just talk about the students and giving them opportunity to come in and break a record here.
It's just really exciting. I mean, the last few games, home games, have been just a great environment. I mean, best that we've ever played in. You know, Allen Fieldhouse is historic for how good it's been, but you know, I think the last game was the loudest I've ever played in my life because, you know, after I hit a shot one time, I couldn't hear anything, and it was a great feeling when they're yelling for you, not being somewhere else they're yelling at you. It's a lot better, but I think we got one of the best student bodies in the country.
Against Kansas State, what do y'all need to do to really start out strong? Y'all only scored 20 points in the first half on the game.
Yeah, we struggled a lot that first half, and you know, the second half of that game, I remember we started setting a lot of screens and our 5-out motion and stuff to get the offense going, and we really started scoring after that. I guess just come out with energy and movement and not being passive, just being aggressive.
I'm sure there's a bad taste in your mouth after Saturday. Talk about how big of a game this is just to bounce back and stop this 3-game skid.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, bad taste in everyone's mouth. We're really upset about how that game went and, you know, ready to bounce back against, you know, another great K-State team. It's the thing with the Big 12, you know, you never have an easy game. We're going to try and bounce back with this one and then, you know, look ahead and try and get 3 more wins after this one.
With the tough defense that Kansas State plays, will it be important to really get those screens set well to try to find either the roller or just come off on it?
Yeah, you just got to get hit bodies. You know, you can't just screen a space. You got to go hit the person and then, you know, cut off it hard. And then once you catch it, look for the slip and roll like that.
What have y'all worked on defensively against Kansas State's rushing offense?
It's just kind of like Garden. We run a lot of the same stuff just with actions, and you know, it's really just about, you know, helping out the guys that get screened. And then running back to your man, switching out. There's a lot of switching that'll happen, and you know, really just communication and energy.
All right, we're just kicking off with the opportunity. I'm sure you heard it about the 10,000 student request. Talk about how important that's going to be for this game.
Oh yeah, like the student body is like a 6 man at the games, and you know they kind of on the other team a little bit, hassling them a little bit, making it loud so they can't really call plays and you know, hear each other think basically. And then they give us a lot of energy, and that's really needed in these tough games that we've been playing. So it's going to be great if we can break that record.
Robert, how important is it to snap this 3-game skid and, you know, get this W and it being at home?
Oh yeah, it's big. You know, we on the home stretch. You know, at the back end of the season, and it's always important to, you know, win these games, especially at home. You know, like we said, with the student body and, you know, everybody kind of intense about getting this win and snapping that 3-game slid, we should be fine.
So is that more important to get that nasty taste out of your mouth?
Oh yeah, very important.
Jordan said y'all are very nonchalant at Oklahoma State. What's really the mindset right now, especially going into these games?
You know, just playing for one another. You know, you never know when your last game will be, basically, and you should go out in every game and give maximum effort. So that's the big thing. Just get everybody on the same page and at the same energy level to win a game. You know, it's all about just playing basketball. We got to get everybody just ready to play and mentally focused.
Rob, is that a tough cover for us with Spradling and Foster, or you guys kind of like that matchup there with their guards and how you guys match up? You like that?
Oh yeah. We can definitely match up with them. Last game, you know, I think we did a real good job on Foster. He didn't do much, and you know, Spradling, you know, you just got to watch him on the perimeter and stuff like that. But you know, they're good players and they're gonna find ways to score. But I think we can contain them and have a good game.
In that first half at K-State, Coach wasn't happy with the assist numbers. I think he only had like 2. How have you really improved on ball movement from that game moving forward?
Oh yeah, just you know, people gotta get open. We gotta set screens for people. We gotta, you know, basically share the ball, things like that. So that's all it takes. Just being ready to hit the open man and get somebody open at the same time.
How important is it to really finish your shots down low? Something I struggled with.
Oh yeah, that's very important. When you get close to the basket, that's a high percentage shot, and you should be able to. We should be able to capitalize on them shots. You know, shots like that. Like say if I go in the lane and I miss a shot, I'm the man usually getting back. So if they go off, you know, they go on fast breaks and get easy transition buckets. You know, because nobody's back on defense. But other than that, you know, when we finish those shots, set up our defense. It's really hard to score on our half-court defense. So that'll be big for us. You know, if we finish those shots, we can set up in our press or set up in our man-to-man, and we'll be fine.
Offensively, are you looking away to attack the paint and attack their picks and get them in foul trouble?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Coach always emphasizes on getting the ball inside, and that's really our game. We're real strong in the post, so playing inside out is a big strategy for us.
Rob, how important is it for you to get Jay and Jordan both going at the same time? It seems like when Jordan goes off, then Jay kind of doesn't really do his thing. But how important is it for you as the point guard, the floor general, to get both of them, you know, to get it going?
You just got to get them guys shots. You know, when the time comes and when it's time for them to make a play, you know, you just got to give them the ball and things like that. Both guys are great scorers and good leaders on the court. So, you know, we just have to be in tune. We have to be one. Like I said, we got to play together and things like that. And when you do that, those guys will go off.
Can you talk about just how important it is in this kind of home stretch of the season here, just to protect the home court and just hold serve at home, really?
Oh yeah, you really have to protect your house at all times. You know, these are the big games. You know, especially at home, these are the must-win games because the momentum's yours. You know, you got the fans. You play here almost every day. You know, we practice here almost every day, so it should be easy to hit shots and just carry that momentum from being at home.
Is it starting to sink in that you only have 2 games at home left on the season?
Oh yeah, for sure, and that's why we really want to make the most of these games. You know, the crowd won't be able to watch us, you know, after these last 2, so it'll be real important to, you know, give them something to cheer for, you know, 2 more times.